Romney's running mate, and I watched some of his speech until I had to come here, and he said America is on the wrong path, and I wholeheartedly agree with him. It's a path that Democrats and Republicans have both been sending the country down for over 30 years. They've had the idea that we need to cut taxes, be nice to rich people, and everything will be okay. They haven't invested in infrastructure. They haven't invested in our schools. They haven't done the things that will make us a strong economy. All they do is cut taxes and increase defense spending, and those are the wrong things to do.
What do you think about the choice of Paul Ryan as for vice president?
I don't know. It's all a show to me. They seem like actors. You know, they try to put on the best show to get the most votes. Paul Ryan's out of his mind.
I woke up this morning to find out that Paul Ryan is the candidate for vice president for the Republican Party, and this just really kind of ties in with what I've been thinking about all week. And the Paul Ryan budget, the Romney budget, is a tear-down budget. It is it's a disgrace in my view. We are going to see, if we put these people into power, we're going to see just a complete obliteration of a safety net that's been built for our elderly, our sick, our poor, and our children. And I think we need to think about how much we depend on each other and how much it means for us to build society that cares for each other. We provide health care for each other. We provide educational systems that pay their teachers well and put out educated children.
I think this really galvanizes both sides, because I think Paul Ryan is the radical wing of the Republican Party. And Romney has shown again he's not principled. He's willing to do whatever he has to do, in this case to appeal to the real nut fringe. And Paul Ryan's a hardliner, openly an Ayn Rand supporter. Ayn Rand, the virtue of selfishness is who we're talking about there. And I think it will, fire up his own constituency, but I don't think it's going to get him very far. And I predict Obama's going to carry Wisconsin. Paul Ryan's home state is going to do so handily. It's a good choice for Romney, I think, and a good choice for us too in these respects.
Thank you very much, Professor.
Okay, thanks.
A word about the Ryan budget. Rhetoric versus reality, and all we have to do, he's on this, we're going to reduce the deficit, we're going to pay off our debt, and we're going to cut spending. We need to look at history, and as history shows, Republicans always have failed in that promise. So remember, it's rhetoric, what he's saying, against reality, what they do in the past. And if we remember that, when we hear his words about, we know that it's just rhetoric, it's nothing. And in the meantime, his claims that he's going to totally undo Medicare should really spark some fear in the seniors, because if that is in fact played out, and it very well could be if the Republicans take over the Senate, they take over the House, and Romney and Ryan are in there, then Medicare, we'll see elderly people dying a lot sooner because they're not getting the health care that they need.
Thank you very much, Stephanie.
All right, well, it's often said that my grandparents' generation was the greatest generation. They put Social Security in place, they got Medicare, they got all of that sort of thing. They cared about their fellow man. Now we have Paul Ryan trying to dismantle all those things that the greatest generation put in place. It's not right, it's un-American, and we shouldn't allow it to happen.
Thank you very much, Cody.